Welcome back, everybody. Today we got another Kevin Samuels classic. And trust me, this one goes left fast.
Go ahead, Nicole.
Hi.
What's driving black
I
women
agree
crazy
with
these
you.
days?
I would say I think it has to do with like wanting, like if it doesn't fit like the dream, then you're unhappy.
What do you mean?
Like if he's not making X amount of dollars, if you don't have this kind of lifestyle, if you can't afford these things, then you're unhappy and you feel like you need to leave or you can do better.
Well, you just heard a woman that's 300 pounds talking about her husband won't work. You got a 3-bedroom house. I mean, I don't understand. People are going to start losing their jobs very, very shortly. Y'all do not realize what's happened to this economy. But you're right, Nicole. Black women's tolerance for not having the fantasy is extremely low.
Yeah.
How did it get to be that way?
I think for myself, it was like social media,
Okay.
and I don't know if I can say TV because I don't really watch TV.
By the way, how old are you?
But I'm 28.
Okay. Social media. Okay.
Yeah.
Was your mom married?
And no.
Okay. Was your okay? Does she have any other kids, or were you the only one?
She has more kids.
Same father or different
Yeah.
father?
Different father, and I'm the oldest.
How many fathers?
And I'm the product of a booty call.
Okay.
2.
2 fathers. And how many kids total?
3.
So 1 by your father and 2 by the other guy?
Yeah, by my stepdad.
Okay, but they got married?
No.
Or you call him stepdad?
They got together when I was like a year.
Yeah. You just call him stepdad out of respect.
Yeah,
All right. So when you ever ask your mom why she never married?
I mean, I know she because they broke up once I was like 11, and then she never dated a good guy, like.
Huh.
And by that I mean like she kind of dated like drug dealers and
unavailable,
people who would like
unavailable men,
on her.
unavailable men.
Yeah.
Let me. There's a good reason why women tend to do that. I've seen a lot of this in my life. Women tend to date men that they know are unavailable when they know those guys were disposable to her. They could be around for a short time. Probably the sex was good, but never had to rise to the level to where she had to take him seriously. He probably matched her relationship skill level. Have you? And you probably, and like I said, have you ever asked her? And that says to me, you've never asked her, mother, why didn't you ever decide to go get married? Why didn't you marry my stepdad? Why didn't you? Because I asked my mother when I was a boy, why don't you marry him? He's a nice guy. I asked him, why don't you square up and marry him? You like these stupid dudes. And she just liked that side. She just liked life that way.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have any friends that are married?
Well, I'm married and my best friend is married.
Okay, cool. And do you go to college?
I currently go to college right now.
And what does your mother think of your husband?
She doesn't. My husband is very stand-up. Okay, my husband is a black man, and my family, I'm biracial.
Okay.
And he kind of has, he doesn't say it, but I think he has issues with like white people a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he like just doesn't feel comfortable around my mom.
Your mom's white?
And yeah.
But how does she,
And
but then
like
what did
I
she
feel like
say? How does she feel about him?
she she thinks he's a great guy from what she knows, but she's always kind of like, like he doesn't speak to me. Like I don't know, it's just really awkward.
Well, how long y'all been
And I don't
married? How
live
long y'all been married?
5 years.
Any children?
Yeah, 2.
What does he say to you about your mother when she's not around?
Okay. So
Uh-huh.
he says that because you just reminded me of what happened, because when we went through a bad spat, I kind of confided in her in some things,
Mistake.
and it was to an extent that he wasn't comfortable with. So
Mistake.
now he thinks like she is holding those things over him, which
Or
she isn't
yeah.
in his mind.
Well, hold on. You made a mistake. You made cardinal rule number
I
one.
know.
You took your
I know.
okay, but your husband sees things that you can't.
Mm.
There's a reason his spidey senses are up about your mother.
Hmm. Okay.
Have you ever asked him, what do you think of my mother? Honey,
No.
well, if you
Write that down.
yeah, because you need to ask him, what do you think of my mother? Because your mother, to me, sounds like a woman I would keep my wife away from. Definitely my grandkids. My children would be around mom in family visits. Because she doesn't
Huh.
sound like the grandmotherly type. She's not baking
Yeah.
cookies and knitting socks and sweaters and shit. I mean, she at the club before coronavirus hit. She hot girl summer in it.
Not, you're on track, but
I know
once I
she's a
have the
damn
kid,
hoe. I mean, she look. Your husband sees your mom as a strag, and he does not want his wife around his strag mother-in-law. He can't tell you that because you're blind to the strag nature, but you said it. Mama didn't pick the best. I'm the product of a booty call. Then my brother, my two other siblings were from another dude. And after that, she was dating, Dimebag Daryl and them, dealers and shit like that. So she was. You think that they were taking her to the mayor's ball and Chamber of Commerce
no.
meetings and our American Heart Association ball? No. What were they? What
No.
were they exactly? And your husband says, "I know exactly what. I know Mama was a strawberry. I know what she was, and even if she wasn't, and then you went and confided in her, and he's like, damn." You went and told your mom, who I already don't think that highly of, our personal business. Are y'all living in the same city?
No.
Good. You can love your mother. You're
Yeah.
supposed to. But your priority on this planet is your husband. Your husband come before your kids.
Yeah.
So what don't we do again? We don't go to anybody in the family about husband. If you're going to talk to anybody about husband, you go, I don't know if you're religious, you go to a counselor, but you keep your married business around married. You don't talk to single people about married stuff. You damn sure
Right.
don't talk about relationship stuff. Because you gonna forgive him. He gonna forgive you. Relations don't forgive. Y'all plan on having any more
Right.
children?
He wants more, but I don't. He wants one more.
Okay. Are you working?
Uh, I run a daycare in home.
Okay. And does he make?
That
Is
way
he
I
is
can.
he paying the majority of the bills?
Yeah,
Is your money required or is it on top of?
it's not required,
So why aren't
but
you
it's a
gonna give?
good buffer.
So why aren't you gonna give your husband his other child?
I'm gonna give it to him, but I'm just hoping he changes his mind. But
Whoa, wait, whoa. Hold on. I need you to lean in a little bit. Lean in. Nicole,
yeah,
lean in a little bit. Leaning in.
yeah, uh-huh.
Hold on, let me do it. Hold on.
Oh
What you
my goodness.
mean? You hope he changes his mind?
Because okay, it was rough. Like when I
I
got pregnant,
don't,
I
baby
gained.
girl, baby girl, baby girl. Your husband is do.
I'm just
You, I
losing
didn't
weight
say you
from
got
the
to get
last kid.
okay, but you saying you hoping to change his mind. You didn't say I'm gonna wait until my body's ready.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. I'm working on my
No,
body, and then as soon as
Nicole, lean back in. Hold on. You said I hope he changed his mind. You didn't say yes. I'm gonna give him another child. I just got to get my body back. You said the truth the first time, and let me tell you what a dad would tell you. You sound like you got a good man. He's
I do.
your bills are a buffer. He's carrying the load. There are plenty of people. There are plenty of women out there that your husband's black.
Yeah,
Only 26 out of 100 black women have a black man. You better give him whatever the hell he's asking for and can pay for
that's true.
immediately. Immediately, with a smile on your face in French toast. What the French? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. And
I
besides,
don't got a dad, to be like,
but
you
then
know.
again, you'll have the kids will have more balance. If you got three of them, you got a 1 in 3 shot that one of them's gonna turn out to be about something. Good.
I
It's better. And honestly, the third kid, you know, just go ahead and you don't want to not give your husband what he wants for selfish reasons. Now, if you were to say it's a medical issue, I may have preeclampsia, high risk pregnancy. But if it's just it's hard on my body or whatever, because see, let me just say something. You would not like it if he came back home and said, "Hey, I found me a little Hagar.
Not.
I found Hagar, Sarah.
Yeah,
I really
no.
all right then. Well then open up the womb. It's his. It's
Oh my
yours.
god.
Go ahead and give him the last one, and then y'all just go ahead, snip, close it out. You say you got a
You.
daycare. You ain't have to pay for it.
I know. I know.
That's why I keep
And I
That's
don't
why I
want
keep
to.
slapping you because I'm like, you got a daycare.
I love kids, but it's just on my body. Like.
Okay. Well, what you do is you say, hey, boo, you know that second was hard on me. I need this. I'm going to need a personal trainer to help me keep this
Yeah.
tight together. And then you tell him what you need and let him go get the paper. Don't take that man's child on his decision.
Who would
Tell him
do
what
that
you
too?
need.
Now,
Huh?
yeah, yeah. He would do that
I
too.
know
Now that
he
you say that,
would. Tell him what you
yeah.
need and let him go do it. Don't tell him no. See, black women, stop telling your men no. Tell him yes. Say yes to everything that's humanly possible because you want him to say yes to you.
Sure.
All right then. Name him
All
Kevin.
right.
Or at least can I be? I'm gonna be I'll be the godfather of that baby.
Yeah, we gonna have it now.
Thank you, Nicole. Bye bye.
All right.
I just made her an offer she couldn't refuse. So I love it to when I want to see your wife and where's your wife and da. Judge the validity of the advice. Stop trying to get all up in my private life. You just mad because you ain't got your shit going. So there it is. There it is. There it is. At the end of the day, here's what it comes down to. Some things brothers can slide on, but some of this stuff is, if it ain't you, sis, look at some of your show enough biological sisters or your friends and ask, are they falling into this category? Could Rebecca Lynn Pope have found him a match if she tried? Or is she suffering from this modern derangement syndrome, aiming too high? New church love gurus and social media, keeping up with the Joneses. Impossible standards, too hard to please, living outside your means, rather work being by themselves like that other, I can do bad by myself. That's dumb. Bad marriage for life. You better get on board. Immature, childish. Thinking you're the sniznet. You're not in a position to be that picky. We're human beings. We do better as couples. We're not meant to be alone. And the black community has been programmed and told, yeah, man, you stay over there. Yeah, woman, you stay over there. Yeah, y'all war together. And everybody else is just building together. I remember, think back to the 80s and early 90s, the first time in Oklahoma, we actually had Hispanics and Mexicans come in. It was like, what? Where are they from? Oklahoma was legitimately black and white and Native American. Inside of 15 years, they had taken over a side of town. Now, they got entire neighborhoods. And like, in 15 years, why? Because they don't kill their kids. They don't. Planned Parenthood will go out of business in the barrio. They don't buy Pine Sol, they buy Fabuloso. They go to their grocery store. You know the little groceria. They go to their grocery store with that funny smell. They go over there and get that funny bread that ain't quite sweet, but it ain't quite not sweet. They got the restaurant over there where you go get the street tacos. They got the drinks over here. They got the Mexican Coke with the real cane sugar. The sodas are the best because it's in a glass bottle. They got that music playing. Everybody got the calling cards over there. Everybody about this tall up in there. And they be up in there, kids in, pajamas and a Halloween mask and skates. Looking like straight out the projects in the 70s. But little man with his wife, he got his cerveza and then women sitting over there with the inner tube. But they're together. Oh, they're together. They are together. Then the young dudes, when it's nighttime, they get in that big ass truck with them boots that are turned up like that and that big fucking hat, and they go to the Tejano Club. And if you ever go by the Tejano Club, that mother sucker is packed. No one packs a club like my Mexican brothers. Woo-wee! Go on the corner. I mean, you can't find no parking. It's tight up in that mud. Like cars forever. Don't go in there and trying to holler at no woman. You will come up missing. You need to keep your eyes straight ahead and your hands at 10 and 2. They will cut you. They will cut you. Try that cool, I'm tough, I'm tall in there. No. Don't dance with none of them. Don't say nothing unless you ain't rolling that deep, bruh. I'm sorry, you ain't. Unless you got 50, you ain't rolling that deep. They'll overcome you with the numbers. But they got their stuff. Guess what? They ain't doing nothing except what we used to do. That used to be us. You go to Zaxby's or Wingstop or anywhere else, and you see grandma and grandpa at this table, mom and dad over here. Then you see the newlywed couples over here and this table, and then the kids at these tables. They got like 6 tables in the whole damn restaurant, sharing a bunch of wings and fries and, hopscotch and jacks and eating them crazy ass churro pops and shit. And then they come in and they'll change the TV to something, that I don't even understand Spanish. But Zaxby's turn the TV for them because there's 25 of them in there. But they're there. Ain't nobody going to get in the Mercedes. Ain't nobody going to get in the Mercedes. Red bottoms, what? Red bottoms. The only way they got red bottoms, they step in some red dirt. Air conditioning? Maybe, maybe not. Braces? Maybe, maybe not. But they smile, they laugh. And you sitting over there by your damn self, eating your combo meal. No woman over here, no woman over here, no kid, no husband, no wife. You see black people coming in here by themselves, black man, black woman. Y'all don't even look at each other. Don't even look at each other and smile with each other. Look at her. She look at you, look at her. Y'all don't even sit back and like,
Gentlemen, Kevin Samuels walks into another complicated situation here. And the real lesson is about who you allow to influence your marriage. She's 28, still in college, has 2 children, and is married. But when problems come up in her marriage, there's an interesting contradiction. She says her husband doesn't like her mother, yet when she and her husband have problems, she turns around and goes to that same mother for relationship advice. Now Kevin starts asking the question she doesn't really want to confront. Why are you asking someone your husband doesn't trust to help solve problems inside your marriage? And this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable. Her mother has been married multiple times, and Kevin questions whether the relationship history she's being given is actually the example she should be following. Now, Kevin uses extremely harsh language to describe the mother's behavior. That's his style, but the underlying point is more important than the insult. Don't automatically take relationship advice from somebody simply because they're your parent. Your mother can love you deeply and still give you advice that isn't appropriate for your marriage. And there's another person in this situation whose perspective matters: the husband. He may be seeing patterns that his wife isn't seeing because she's emotionally connected to her mother. That's something married couples need to understand. Once you're married, your spouse should generally become one of the most important people in your decision-making process. That doesn't mean abandoning your parents. It means recognizing that constantly taking marital problems outside the marriage can create another layer of conflict. Imagine arguing with your husband, calling your mother, telling her everything that happened, getting her opinion, and then bringing that opinion straight back into the marriage. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tell me in the comments: should married couples keep most relationship problems between themselves, or is it healthy to involve parents when things get difficult?